Hey guys and gals, it's Sergeant Daddy Bacon 15, and I'm here to bring you a tips and tricks video on how to have better aim and movement on Battlefield 3. This is specifically leaning towards console players, but some of the basic concepts apply to across all platforms. This video isn't only going to help out newbies or new players of the game, but also experienced players, players who've maybe not tried some of these techniques or tips and tricks. So let's get into it. First, you can see the gameplay. It's Rush on Metro, obviously my favorite map. You see the attackers have 200 tickets. You might think that's a little abusive, but if you look, we get all the tickets within, all the MCOMs within 100 tickets, or I believe so. I'm not quite sure. So it's kind of irrelevant. We could still won anyway. Let's get into what the video is supposed to be about. If you've played Battlefield 3 for a while, one thing that's pretty obvious is that the gun and moving mechanics are like no game, like none other. So it's kind of because of the somewhat realistic recoil, the balancing of the guns, the spread, the suppression, and all the stats that go along with a certain gun, etc. So there's not a single thing that you can do that will increase your accuracy or gaming. It comes with a combination of habits, skills, and practice that you'll have to, like I said, practice. It's not going to come overnight. So let's just go into the basics right now. Perks, there are two perks that I can see as being essential when it comes to aiming. One being cover. The cover spec app reduces the suppressive effect of incoming rounds by 50%, meaning that it'll cause the suppression being dealt to you not only last a shorter amount of time, but also make a smaller impact on your aim. No matter how accurate of a shooter you might be, your shots will not hit where you want them to if you are suppressed. Sure, you might get a hit marker here and there, but nothing compared to what you could do if you weren't suppressed. So remember, always have cover as an active spec act. The second spec act I can suggest is ammo. You might wonder, Sarge, why ammo out of all these spec acts? Simple. The more ammo you have, the more freely you can beat pre-fire enemies that are behind cover. And if you don't know what pre-firing is basically just shooting enemies behind cover to suppress them, ruin their accuracy, and therefore give you a chance to peek out, hit them a couple times, and put them down. Okay, keep in mind that the things that I'm about to mention are not skilled and habits that will come overnight, so it'll take some practice to master. And once you do master them, you'll not only see your aim getting better, but you'll see their stats going up and start getting a better place on a scoreboard. The first thing you want to keep in mind when trying to get aim is that your loadout is important. I have a strong belief that you should have a certain set of guns that you're good at, get used to how the guns perform, master it not only with a recoil compensation, but also how much you might have to burst fire, etc. I'll get into that a little later. If you've seen my stats, you can see that I have at least 1 service star with all my guns and at least 5 service stars with about 34 of them. But if you look at my top weapon, you can see I have 108 service stars with it, the M16A3. I'm not saying you or just anyone should just use the M16. I'm just saying that you should pick a gun that you like, get used to its handling, and once you get used to recoil and spread of the gun, you'll have better aim with that gun that maybe you would be with a gun that's statistically more accurate. For example, I'm more accurate with an M16 A3 that I would be with, say, a gun like the what's a good example? Maybe the AK 74M. Yeah, just because I practice with the M16 more. So that's to say that if you pick a really good assault rifle, a really accurate assault rifle, and you master it, you'll be a pinpoint accuracy master. So yeah, get used to a certain gun. Also, is not only is the gun important, but also the attachments you choose. And I see one attachment as being the most important, and by most important I mean you should never change it. And that is the scope. Just like getting used to a gun, you have to get used to scopes as well. Different scopes take different different pull or different distance in pulling to reach a certain target. For example, if you get an 8x scope and a red dot scope, it'll take a little more pulling to do a 360 degree spin. So that being said, if you choose if you just get used to a certain type of scope, whether it's the holographic scope or use the 2 holographic scopes, or the red dot scopes, which is basically the Cobra and the red dot scope. Get used to a certain type of scope, and your accuracy will get better, just like you get used to a certain gun. When it comes to other two attachments, it just depends what you're looking for. Are you looking for stealth? Use the suppressor. If you're looking for damage at long range and accuracy, use the heavy barrel. If you're looking for something in between, just use the muzzle cover thing, the flash suppressor, as you may call it. So yeah, all those little attachments you can get used to as well, but I change those constantly depending on what situation I'm in. But my average one is just red dot scope, no foregrip, and heavy barrel on M16. That's my favorite one. Sometimes I might use the foregrip just to decrease that horizontal recoil, but overall this is my favorite setup. When it comes to like other skills, these are things that I was talking about. They might be a little more leaning towards console. I don't know how they may apply to PC, but well, actually I kind of do. And what I was going to talk about is strafing and fine-tuning. That's what strafe fine-tuning, as I call it. On PC, you have a lot of precision when it comes to aiming. You have a mouse, you're controlling it with your entire hand, as like in console you're actually only using a thumb, so you can't be as precise. So what you want to do is strafe while you're shooting to fine-tune. As you can see a couple times, I'm shooting at an enemy and I'm not hitting them. So if you strafe, you're probably gonna have more spread, but it's better to have more spread and actually be on target and hit your targets than have spread and not be aiming them at all. So make sure you strafe. On PC, this is not really, you don't really have to do this because you have more precision, but when you're playing on a console, you really need that extra precision and you need to strafe to have better accuracy. I do this every time. You can see me every time I'm shooting at an enemy, I'm strafing. It's just a fine-tune. So that's the biggest tip I can give you right now. Practice that. It's not going to come overnight, like I said. It's going to take practice, getting used to it. This is really weird at first, but to me it just came like second nature. It wasn't something that someone told me to do. But if you have, I guess, if you don't play that much, or if it's just if it's not second nature to you, I suggest you practice this and get better at it. Also, when you get used to a certain gun, you should get used to the recoil and spreads, and also not only that, but know how many bullets you should put into a burst, whether it be whether you put 4 bullets into it because it has a lot of spread, or put like 7 bullets into it because it doesn't have a lot of spread at all. So just get used to how big of a burst you're gonna do. Don't mag dump, never mag dump. That's really bad. You'll see me doing that mistake here a couple of times, but mag dumping is bad. You're just wasting bullets, and I mean by that I'm not saying you should not pre-fire, but even when you're pre-fire, don't mag dump. Another habit is reloading. You'll see me reloading constantly. This can be a good thing or a really bad thing. It's a good thing because you'll always be ready for your next fire encounter. You'll always be ready for your next enemy. But it can be dangerous when you're reloading and you encounter an enemy while you're reloading. Sometimes I'd have to switch my handgun, but the M16 has fairly fast reload, so I guess it just depends what gun you're using. If I were using the L85, I wouldn't be reloading this constantly. If you look at my previous that video, the L85 gameplay video, you'll see I don't reload as much as I do with the M16 in this video. I did pretty good that round. I went 30 on 7, got top of the scoreboard. But yeah, try those habits. Try the strafe fine-tuning. Try the reloading constantly. But just remember, look around, make sure there's no one around, and take cover while you're reloading just to make it that much safer. I do reload a little more than I should in this video, but I'm trying to break that habit. I actually recorded this gameplay yesterday, 17th. Probably be uploading this video today or tomorrow. But yeah, practice that, and you guys tell me in the comments how this is helping you, if this is actually helping you. If you have other tips you can give me, I'd appreciate that as well. Make sure you comment and like, and most importantly, share my videos. If you guys, I said this multiple times, if you guys don't share my videos, I'm not going to get anywhere. So I'd appreciate it if you told people, your Battlefield friends, your anyone, just watch this video. This might help you, you know. get me some more subscribers, since I'm pretty small on YouTube right now. But I'm trying to get better. I apologize for my last live com where I was really crazy in that video, really hyper. But yeah, I said I was gonna facepalm. I kind of predicted that. I knew I was gonna facepalm to that video, and I did facepalm. I'll probably be making more videos. I have more Battlefield 3 videos in the works, so don't think that just because I started making Medal of Honor Warfighter videos, I'm ditching Battlefield 3. That's not the case. I'll still be making Battlefield 3 videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this is informative and entertaining. Yeah, make sure you tell me how this helps you, and as always, leave suggestions. And this is Sergeant Daddy Bacon 15. I'll see you guys later. I'm signing out. Bye.